Hola, bienvenido, bienvenida. Welcome to this series of videos about the Vistas Culturales assignment. Before we get started, let's look at some of the goals and the purpose of this assignment. It requires you to look at one topic. There are 5 topics, each one is related to a chapter in the textbook Ritmos, and you are going to investigate one. You will be looking at the culture, some of the products, practices and perceptions related to that topic. This assignment is interdisciplinary, which means that it draws on different disciplines. Although we are studying Spanish and culture, we also need to draw on English, psychology, sociology, history, geography, amongst others, in order to formulate this assignment. This assignment requires the use of academic writing. We'll be using APA. Don't worry if you don't know what that is. We will walk you through each step. One of the reasons for learning to use APA and writing in an academic way is it develops your writing skills so that you present information in a consistent, academic, college-level manner. In order to help you do it, it will be chunked into 5 steps or pasos. Each step will focus on one aspect of essay writing. Finally, this type of assignment requires you to look at the perceptions of others and understand some of the history, experiences and motivations behind those perceptions. Even if we don't agree with a different way of looking at something, if we can understand it, it helps us relate to people better. It also helps us understand our own perceptions of the same topic. This skill is really important when we look at communicating in any language, as well as developing interpersonal skills. Alright, let's get started. Now that we're in Paso A, we need to choose the topic. As stated before, there are 5 topics. Each one is related to a different chapter, and you're going to choose one of these for your essay. Pick something that you are interested in and that you will continue throughout the semester. It's important to note, once you've chosen your topic, that is your topic for the entire semester. Underneath each unidad or chapter, you will see the topic question. Underneath that, you will see the references with links to either videos or articles, or if it is in your Ritmos textbook, you will see here in the in-text citation the page number. Now, don't worry right now about references and in-text citations. We will look at that in the next paso. For now, just have a review of the articles or videos and the pages in your textbook and see which topic you would like to investigate further. Once you've chosen your topic, what you need to do is copy the topic question. So, just for an example, I'm going to copy the topic from Unidad 1. If you are taking Spanish 1020, you will see a different list of topics. So, once I've copied it, I'm going to go to a Word document. What you see here is an example of what you are submitting to Dropbox should look like. This is called a title page, and it is formatted in APA. So, how did I get here? Well, I'm going to do a step-by-step overview of how to create your title page. So, going to start with a blank page. Here's my blank page. Before I do anything, I'm going to save it. So how am I going to save this? Well, I'm going to use subject, assignment, last name as my format. So I'm in 1010. If it was 1020, you would write 1020. The assignment is Paso A, and then I'm going to use the example of Sally Student. So my last name Student. and then I'm going to save it in my folder that I've created, Spanish 1010. If you consistently use the same computer, then you should create a different folder for each subject you are studying and save all the assignments within that one folder. If you use online storage, for example Dropbox, Microsoft OneDrive, or Google Docs, then you should create an online folder. And this just helps you find and organize all your documents. If you use a flash drive, I also recommend creating a folder there. So I'm going to save it in my Spanish 1010 folder. Okay, the first thing that I'm going to do is double click in the top margin really quickly, and that reveals the header. I am then going to click on different first page. This will become obvious why later on, but the title on the first page is different from the second and every other page. So I'm going to click on that. Next, I'm going to add my page number. The alignment needs to be right, and I'm going to show number on first page. Sometimes, depending on what program you're working within, you might have to go to insert page number if it doesn't appear in the bar. Okay, now where did my page number go? Well, different first page got unclicked, so I'm going to click on it again, and it's made the page number appear. I'm then going to type the words running. Notice running has a capital R, head, which has a lowercase h, colon, and then I'm going to paste in my title. Now the title is bolded, so I'm going to click on home, and I'm going to highlight my title, and I'm going to click bold so that it becomes unbolded. Now if you also notice that the font style has disappeared, you should be using either Times New Roman or Arial. So to make sure the format is the same for all my words, I'm going to double click quickly to highlight everything in the header, and then I'm going to click on font, and I'm going to click Arial. And that means that everything up here is the same format. Now, before I close, I'm going to make sure that the characters, and when I say characters, it means every letter and space. I'm limited to 50 characters in a running head. So in order to see how many characters I have, I'm going to find my tools, and then I'm going to look for word count. When I click on word count, it tells me here, characters with spaces, it's 71. It is too long. So what I need to do is make it a little smaller. So I'm going to use immigrants have access to higher education. I'm going to change that to should. And now I'm going to highlight it again. I don't need to include the colon. So let's see now. Tools, word count. Ooh, 51. I'm a little bit over again. I'm going to tools, word count, and now characters with spaces is 37, so that's perfect. Before I click out, I want to make this all caps, so I'm going to go to the format and I'm going to choose uppercase. There, that is my running head. Now I'm going to click down 10 spaces, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm going to center, and then I'm going to paste in that title. Now, when I pasted it in, because the format, whenever you copy and paste, you are usually copying and pasting either a different size font, a different style of font, different spacing. So you sometimes have to manipulate the text repeatedly to make sure all the formatting is the same. So when I pasted it in, it automatically made it left align. So I need to click on the center to make sure it's centered. I'm going to highlight it all, and I'm going to unbold it. I'm going to make sure it's Arial and that it's 12 font, which it is, so that's perfect. Now, I don't need to make it smaller when it's titled in the center, only when it's the running head. I'm going to click down, I'm going to type my first and last name, Sally Student, and then my institution, University of Learning. And that's it. I'm now going to save it again, and I can submit this first assignment. So now I'm back in Dropbox. There are additional resources, the example, rubric, and other guidelines are here in this link. If you click on the link, it takes you to a Google Doc, and this gives you the same information. It also gives you the rubric of how you will be graded. If you have any questions about the assignment, do ask your instructor. Muy buena suerte!